Now, the first off, that I just recently turned off the bell, and finally the train is gonna be passing through, slowly going over here. But there must be one problem. There must be some sort of a railroad problem. It's gonna be right over here, and this is where some sort of a ruins happen, like probably that before. We really heard this train from this time, but we're gonna be opening her up as well. And I'm recently gonna be trying to hear that big train horn sound as really first that I just experienced that we just never be able to saw. That does not still working to turn on the lights. And now we turn on the Doppler slamper as well. I'm probably not sure. This isn't gonna be probably to go on to pretty safe. So we're still absolutely going to get a little bit going on as well. And my headphones aren't gonna be pretty safe as well anymore. But looks like random players are just gonna be trying to find me, as really happens. If there must be something said that in the chat filter recently that we're gonna be trying to close them all, especially that isn't gonna be said anything as well. The train has literally giving ourselves a hurry, and there is no time to waste by making of this video in 15 minutes time. That is actually gonna be skipping everything it was, but not for long. And so it's still gonna be trying to get a little bit as many things as possible, and still gonna be running all the way throughout for the overseas like this one, the over rivers of this biggest lake like this. I think this is actually is gonna be ready to across the river, and probably that make all the way to the other side. And alongside, that will be making itself into its last stop. But unfortunately, there must be one lane. And this is actually for its one lane. So I'll be suggest that we're gonna be turning all over here, because dangerously we're not supposed to drive on the left. But look how isn't gonna be trying to do this as well, because something is absolutely gonna be driven the train onto the right. Will not be able to be sure if that some train is going to be catching on time to do this as well. And because I just pretty seen anything that before, I now recently saw who was driven backwards as well, and it was the Pennsylvania Railroad, and right behind is the Daylight Pacific. He's gonna be driving backwards as well. I'll be telling him to stop the train, because for safety we still need to go forward as well. So we need to return on the lights as fast as possible. And because in order to do this, this isn't going to be making things for much more sense. Because I really know the train is about to come as really fast as possible. As you can see, the train is going to be crossing a large river, or some sort of a little bit of bay as well. Already been a crossing as really one thing as possible. And the bad news is the train is going to be direct straight into a passenger locomotive who was actually reversing itself. It looks like we're not going to be end of this video until we reach of that point B destination. Once the train managed to give ourselves for a quick stop as well. It's a quick stop, and it's probably actually not going to be doing for just actually worth it. The train has finally given himself for a sudden halt, but looks like in the further distance on this land, I'm probably seeing for this one train is might be able to coming all the way around, because I seen this train that could be able to get around to the station as well. Because it looks like we're actually cleared and we're ready for departed as well. It's actually for an early complete stop as well, because another train might able to be coming as well. So looks like the train is gonna be coming a little bit for do this, and will not subject that we're gonna be crossing everything on its path, but looks like this probably locomotive is gonna be passing all for this thing as well. And so we're gonna be taking a little bit of closer and look. And there it goes. So probably this isn't going to be going to still keep on moving as well. And I'm still keep on rolling in film this as well. It still goes to run on by, because we definitely never saw another train coming. Because I never felt there must be another train coming, because something wasn't going to be trying to do so as well. And the stupid things might be able to be happening already. So that someone is absolutely going to be driving on the wrong side of the rails will result to give ourselves a halt. I'm probably not sure. This isn't going to be what I actually confused. And looks like I just completely hear the train from the back. And it's absolutely slowing himself down, and we're not very sure. It hauling really slow as well, because look how the big passenger train is going to be completely about, and it's absolutely running by the Daylight Pacific, and he's driving on the left side of the rails. I don't really think so. That is against the rules. Because did I just pretty seen about this train? Because I'm gonna be going on to the right. So that's why I'm here for this hurry as well, and make it all the way right there into this one couple of things. Wait, did I just completely remember? Oh, there it is! Oh, there's the old-fashioned daylight. It's probably still keeping on moving as well. And loud chug. It's pretty loud as well. And hauling many more of those things are kind of user models as well. I'm pretty sure that must be some sort of many more coaches. That was way too many coaches. That was not suitable for weak locomotives we ever guessed. But looks like I'm probably still going to be following around for the deserted rails as well. Still running in a little bit closely. And the train is still going to be on running for today's rails. It will be taking for a many more minutes. I think we're going to be taking for over 10 minutes. And I really think the video is about for 20 minutes long, because we really think in many minutes time the train is going to be rolling away past and throughout for the high-speed curves. The train is actually going to be driving onto the right side of the rails already, because that eventually follows the rules like their way as well. Yep, it's pretty a little bit going to get all the way for today though. And we still have any couple of more miles to do this. and we still not be able to go to the left side of the rails. There's a tunnel ahead which could lead into the city from over here. So the train is going to be going into the tunnel and our way out to do this as well. I'll be hearing the train coming from over here, and it's still going to be as far away. And probably the train is already depart 27 minutes after the departure. It's going to be arriving on time for it to do this. We're now very sure the train is going to be coming a little bit safely as well. So before we're going to be end of this video, we're going to be rail fan from over here. And I hear the train is going to be coming a little bit patiently and going into the tunnel a little bit slow. Not me, that I just completely gonna be raging quit myself. The train came out of the tunnel and probably it makes its way. And in what stage is this? It's a little bit going out of nowhere. So this is not almost there to New York. This isn't South Asians. This is United States, by the way, because I just eventually going a little bit out of control out here. So I'll be avoiding the engines as well, and sounds like it's probably not going to be awesome to do this as well. So this could be the last place or some sort of like these things as well. I really hear those trains, and many of those things aren't going to get all the way for itself. But looks like there must be a railroad crossing. And this is where the last stop it goes to, the train spawner. And looks like the train is still on our way to its left side of the rails. But I really don't think the train is going to be derailed or something. And oh no, it has come in to derail us as well. We're not going to be making such a hurry. And it won't be gonna be too late to do this. So I'll be making for its on time segment. And this isn't gonna be going to just like this before. And before the train is gonna be what happens next, it's going to ruin all this one side of one hell of a thing. So it has finally arrived, and the train will be refused to stop the train. And finally, the train is going to be reversing down. But looks like the train has been officially arrived into that city. Because I guess we're now going to be in for today's video. And this isn't going to be going for just a little bit of worth as well. So it's not just between for many of those one reasons, and a lot of things that just going to be doing for just a little bit anyways. And so the train is going to be trying to reverse and make it onto its stop right over here into this selection. And looks like we're probably safe. And it's not going to be going for a little bit ready to do this. So we're going to be stopped over here instead of those big spawns from over here. So it's not gonna be hell about that. And this isn't gonna be going to just a little bit away of the dreams. And that must be some sort of a railroad crossing. I'll be choosing a little bit of one specific route. It looks like we're gonna be trying to stop the train and give ourselves a halt. It looks like that actually made it for itself for one time. But still hearing the railroad crossings around here. So, I may actually gonna be reverse. It looks like everything is finally safe. And we're gonna be end of this video right now. So, if you enjoy for watching of this video, going on to this route, but probably things have slightly went wrong. For those who just absolutely disrespect anything about for many more railroad rules are just well. And I cannot be small for just as well inside of the Whitehorse terminal. So, the Whitehorse terminal is going to be linked in description down below of this game, as you'll be playing this game for free and not absolutely being pricing for just a little bit. So don't forget to leave a like on this game and like up this video and subscribe to my racing channel or many more stuff like these things, and click that bell for some more notifications, because I have finally end of this video for a little bit of real, because I really think that isn't going to be cabooses like anything. There aren't cabooses in this game, and I'm refused that we're never going to be able to be did as well. And here is the daylight locomotive. It's going to be coming straight through. So, this is going to be Tibbo is signing off. And we're now waiting. The train is going to be passing by as well. After it has been completely already passed through as well. So, I thankfully for that. It's already the end of this video already. Because it's been over 20 minutes of this video. Or over 15 minutes of this video as well. Still not going to be working for so right. It's not going to be almost there. Is this the end of this last corner? And I guess it was.